You're listening to Big Blend Radio, Champagne Sundays with Nancy and Lisa, and you just heard This Is All It Takes. It's the title track to the new instrumental EP by Stockholm-based singer-songwriter Jon Magnusson. And Jon has been on our show a few times with his previous 3 EPs, Psalms for Sinners, Always a Rebel, and Acoustic Dreams. And now he's gone all instrumental, and he just dives into every genre. I mean, but it's psychedelic, definitely. I tripped out listening to the whole thing, and I'm like, I didn't even have anything to drink or anything, and I'm just like, dude, man, this is some cool stuff.
To me, that's kind of like people watching
Oh yeah, I know, and it reminds me of some of the albums that Pink Floyd did and the Doors. Some of that is kind of laced in there.
Yeah, the Doors are like.
There's like yeah. So everyone, you can keep up with Jon. Go to jonmagnusson.se. That's JON. And then Magnusson is with 2 S's, MAGNUSSON.SE for Sweden. So welcome back, Jon. How are you? Uh-oh. We can't hear you, Jon. I know he's connecting directly from Sweden, so sometimes, I don't know if you can do your volume and change that up a little bit, but we can't hear you.
There could be a mute button on somewhere.
I know. Are you muting us? Or are we muting you? No, I'm just saying. Hopefully you can change your volume. I don't know if he can hear. Let me see. I'm trying to message him and see what we can do here. So something is not working. So I say we're going to play a little more music.
And maybe
okay.
We can sort it out
and
in between.
Yeah, maybe in between there we can get him back on. Now, this is a song you've heard us play on the show quite a few times. Visa från Utenmira. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm trying.
It sounds good.
Now, this
Utenmira.
is Utenmira. Oh.
Yeah.
This is, as I recall, a Swedish song. Hi, he can hear us, but we can't hear him. So you got to turn your volume up for some reason, Jon. But here it is. We're going to play Visa från Utenmira, and it's a folk song. I think it has to do with a forest. So take a listen. Again, everyone, that is Visa från Utenmira, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, off of the new EP by Jon Magnusson that is called This Is All It Takes. And we're hoping that, Jon, are you there? We're having a hard time connecting. He can hear us, but we can't hear him for some reason. So, Jon, you got to clear your cookies. That's what everybody tells you on anything to do with the internet. Have you cleaned your cookies? I don't know what to say because normally you're able to connect through to us. So I'm not really sure why this is happening. Jon, can you try and yell at us? Or, this is interesting. Sometimes It could be a mute on the computer, or a mute on the actual on the actual headset. Sometimes there's a mute. Sometimes a volume on that. It depends on how you're calling in. I'm just troubleshooting live on the air for you all to hear what could go wrong. I say at this point we all get some more champagne.
Oh,
That's the way to go with this. But I want to tell everybody, again, Jon's website is jonmagnusson.se. But if you go to http go.jonmagnusson.se/experience. So if you go to his website and you just do /experience, then you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to get the EP for free. And you just sign in.
Nice.
You just sign in, and then you get it, and he gives you behind the scenes, and he's got this awesome podcast that he's doing. So I really have no clue why this isn't working right now. He's gonna try and do it through Skype this time. Okay, so maybe that's it. Sometimes there's all these updates, and
you know what we're doing right now.
What are we doing?
We're playing One Ringy Dingy.
We're playing One Ringy Dingy. Okay, so call in from Skype. Okay, he's going to Skype in. Let's do a commercial for Skype.
Skype is where you need it when you want it.
Yes.
What?
When you can't hear your radio guest,
Skype it.
Skype it. Do 1-800-SKYPE.
it.
Oh, listen to that. What? Hello. Oh, did you hear that?
Radio.
Oh.
Oh,
Welcome
hello.
to Blog Talk.
Oh,
hello. Well, then that was good. I don't know what. Okay, let's see now. Hello, Jon. Jon, are you there?
Can you hear
Jon,
me
you
now?
were there when if there's going to be something weird on your computer thingy. But yeah, it. Oh my gosh. But we did hear him. So I don't know what happened there. We're trying to get him when you're hanging up. When you were hanging up, Jon. So if you can hear us, try again. Okay, let's see. Jon?
Yeah, can you hear me
there?
now?
Oh, yay!
Yes, I'm here.
Well, let's open some more champagne. You're here.
Yeah.
No.
And cheers to Skype and Sweden.
Yes, we're doing commercials for them. Should we do another commercial? Skype, you rock.
Yeah, you really do. I had to do the same for another radio show that didn't work, and I called in via Skype, and it worked perfectly. So go Skype and go Sweden.
Oh, there you go. Go Sweden and go Skype. Now listen, do you ever drink champagne, or is it always beer in Sweden?
Mostly beer, but yeah, sometimes we drink champagne as well. But mostly if we have something to celebrate.
But it's beer. Beer is because you. What is that photo? You seem to like. Is there like a sports thing going on lately with you and your friends that you seem very excited?
Yeah, it's actually my favorite hockey team. That is like the team from my local region, and that is the team of my heart. They qualified for the first division. Like here in Europe, we have a lot of like regulation and delegation between different series instead of having a fixed series like the NHL or NFL or something like that. So it's really a huge thing getting promoted from the second division to the first division, and that was what we were celebrating.
Cool. Right on. Well, cheers. So is that if we could start toasting then, right? But I want to toast to you on this new EP because you did take me on kind of a trippy journey. Like, I wasn't drinking anything, I wasn't smoking anything, but I felt like I was floating and having a really the whole thing is psychedelic no matter how you look at it, because once you start, you're in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's really the feeling I want. I'm not a smoker myself, but that's actually the kind of feeling I want to give people, so they can get a trip even without smoking.
Well, no, but I think that's a good thing.
There's a little like everything's normal, then a little distorted, comes back to normal.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like walking drunk.
Mm-hmm. No, but I think it actually calms you down, and I think that the world needs that right now. They need to chill out and just I see this being in all kinds of movies. Nancy thinks, that it should be part of videos where people can watch people. It's people watching music.
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes to people rhythm. It's the rhythm of how people do things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you might be. I haven't thought of it, but you have a point.
What led you to do instrumental? Because that's what I was saying. You keep always changing up, but you still have the Jon Magnusson sound. You are who you are, and it's cool that you're doing all these different things. But then your sound comes through strong.
I don't know why I did this EP. Really, most of it was like me trying out new, like when I've been on parental leave, I have been listening to a music theory podcast and learned a lot of new musical stuff. So I wanted to try them out, and I think 3 of 5 songs on the EP are actually the results of me trying out things I learned while walking with my daughter.
Oh, that's cool. See, it's about walking.
It is.
Now your daughter's walking, So now.
She's walking, but when I was listening to the podcast, she was sleeping in her carrier.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But I remember, because wasn't it on New Year's that your wife gave birth to her? Like it was it was around New Year's over. So that was over a year ago. How did that go so fast?
I have no idea. I think it was like 1 year ago since I was on the show. So my daughter is 1.5 years in a month.
Wow. And how do you feel? Are you like, oh, she's gonna grow fast now? Teenage years are just 15. 10 years away.
Thank you.
He's like, I just want to enjoy this.
I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. I've been home, I think I've been working 3 months since she was born, so I've really been able to enjoy her growing. So it's been a privilege.
So you've been able to concentrate on music. So it's interesting because I don't, parental leave isn't something you get that easily over here in our country.
Oh no,
you don't. Yeah, it's it's a difficult thing here. So I'm glad you get to experience that over in Sweden. So are you playing music out anywhere?
Not at the moment. I did a few gigs a few months ago, but it's too much of a hassle. And actually, like the last half year, since my parental leave ends in August, and I don't want to go back to a normal job. I wanna make music. So I've really been focusing on building my business to have not a big income, but an income that is enough to get things going, so I can build from something. So that's why I have been focusing a lot on actually getting in some money.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, we were talking about that earlier on the show, that it's a business, and there's multiple facets. Do you still help other independent musicians get their name out and promote themselves?
Not as much, because I don't have time, and I had to let some things go, so I didn't go under. But I'm still trying to share what I learn, and I'm still a member of a few communities, but I don't have an active part as I did before.
Yeah, you have to, and that's what happens. It's growth. And you do one thing, and it's like, okay, now I'm going to change direction a little bit. That's like in music, Now, this is important. Did I pronounce Visa från Utenmira correctly? No?
Well, for being an American, I think it's fantastic. But if I think, that pronunciation is 5 points out of 5 for a foreigner. But the Swedish pronunciation is Visa från Utenmyra.
Utenmyra. Oh, I got to do the ooh. The uten. That's why there's a little Utenmyra.
Yeah, I don't think you have that sound at all, and neither you have the å sound. So
gotta have
it's quite difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how you
It's
pick up a language?
but...
The best way is to go to the country, So we'll have to just come to Sweden and bring our Love Your Parks tour to Sweden and go explore your parks. And then we'll be able to say this. And go ahead.
I live in a very not a park, but I live in the south of Stockholm. I practically live in the forest, really close to a beautiful lake. So you should come here and park your what is the name of the mobile home? Is that the name?
We don't have one.
You don't have one.
No, we don't do that because of the internet and all the amount of work we do because of the magazines and everything. So we travel by car. It's a RAV4. It's a Toyota RAV4. And so then we travel that way. We keep, we have a suitcase each, one little bag each, and then computers and cameras and all that stuff.
Fantastic.
And that's what we do. And so it's easy, simple. Oh, and we have our cooler bag for wine, sandwiches. Because that's what we live on: wine, cheese, and sandwiches and salads. And so that's what we do. And then we stay in hotels everywhere we go. And so next time you call in, because we're changing things up here on Big Blend Radio, I feel confident enough to say this. A lot is happening. We're creating a new network for everybody to communicate. And next time you call in, you're not going to be calling in. We'll be doing it by video, so we can see Sweden, and you can see wherever we are.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You are so inspiring. I haven't been able to follow you as much as I did before, but still, I see quite a lot of your posts on Facebook and Twitter, and you're so inspiring.
Oh, thank you. So are you, because you're busy. What is this? Tell everybody about your messengers because you do a lot through Facebook where you do the podcast. I stopped and watched the one time before a show because you do it right before our radio show, and you play music for people. You were playing Simon and Garfunkel the one time, and just your different songs, so people can just really connect with you. And I think that's what's great is that you are making those personal connections with your audience for new people and for people that have been following you for the last few years.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my ideal state, was to have a solid income that gives me like the freedom to just do music and to connect with people, and only do that all the time. But still, I'm at the level that I need to do a lot of business stuff and other promotion stuff. But that's the goal that I'm working towards, and it's really, besides the music itself, being able to chat with people and having a direct connection is really the best.
I agree. You have that communication and that conversation, and we have the tools now in the world to be able to do that. We can, communicate around the world. And the first time you came on our show, we had Nikki, Chris, and James Saunders Nikki here in North Carolina in America, and James over in South Africa, and you came on and we all had this conversation. Now, can you imagine we're going to do it all by video and still be able to play the music? That's going to be so cool. Yeah. That connection is you can't beat that when we can all communicate. With this album, you played all. I saw you with a stand-up bass. You're playing all the different instruments, and also using it through the keyboard too, right?
Well, that's the truth with modification. I have written all the instrumentation, but actually, if I should be totally honest, I only play the guitar and keyboard parts like the organ and piano, and then I wrote the drums and programmed the drums in the computer, and then I wrote the bass line. And my friend and producer actually is the bassist, so he actually plays it on the album, and then I'm just trying to make it look like I'm really playing it all in the video.
Fun.
Yeah, but
that's fun.
Don't you want to play a stand-up bass? There's something about that instrument that, and you watch some of those, and they twirl it around like some of the bass players, like especially in rockabilly and swing, how they twirl that around, so that's, but it's interesting because
it's the best instrument. I really want to learn it someday I want to learn to play it because it's fantastic, and the sound of it in a studio is just fabulous.
And when
it's warm.
It is.
It's got warm tones.
Yeah, it's grounding.
Yeah,
it's very grounding.
Yeah.
When you put this together, because now there's a technical side, and then being able to keep it warm, and I think the keyboards really do that in this. And the very round, warm sounds, and the piano is you got that really good, rich piano sound, especially on there are certain ones that I'm like, oh my gosh, listen to this, where like Stockholm Noir, that one, the piano intro is, I love that. We should play it too. But there's this, did you, let me go to the first question on this. When you put this all together, did you start to learn more about the different instruments? Even though you're doing it through the programming side, understanding where you can put what instrument for how long, like being able to have the balance so that it all flows.
Yeah, totally. Like I did the arrangement, then my friend did the actual mixing to make it really work together sonically. But the piano, it was actually I had two friends that really plays the piano really well, and I asked them for advice to make it sound authentic. And then I actually invested in a really good software piano that sounds so authentic. So I really take advantage of the technology, but also you gotta be pretty good at programming to make it sound authentic as well.
Yeah, you can take the programming. It's not happening with me. But Nancy's making me learn all these things, these geek things, and then
you have to.
And once you do it, once you learn it, you get it. But if you don't do it every day, it walks right out your brain.
Yeah,
it just walks right out,
yeah.
And you have to start all over again. You know what I mean? You have to do it, and do it often.
But but you gotta understand how the instrument works in real life to be able to program it well as well. Otherwise, you're just messing things up.
Yeah, because I played a lot with that sort of stuff, and you could take like a piano piece and play it on a bassoon, and it sounds really weird and horrible because that's not what a bassoon does. So you gotta understand the difference between the different instruments and how they're played and why they have their place in an orchestra. But it's kind of fun to play with.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like it has different functions, and like the piano has 88 tones, so you can do solo pieces with piano that you cannot do with any other instruments. Even acoustic guitar is hard to make the same kind of rich arrangement that you can do with a piano.
How interesting. Now, the other part, I just want to say the programming is another art form, okay? Because it is. This is like a whole new music form to me that, so many people are working on it. And again, it's true. Like if you don't know the music and the instruments, it's going to sound like a train wreck. But at the beginning, when we couldn't get you on the air here, I was talking about how some of it, especially April Sun, it kind of takes me back into some of the earlier recordings of Pink Floyd and some of the stuff that the Doors did. Even like the Alabama song, the Whiskey song, from the Doors and stuff. There's a certain, and it's, I think that they were bringing in more. It's a European sound actually, and when they were doing the Alabama, the Whiskey song, that was kind of a takeoff of some classical piece, but it was a very European sound. And then they were experimenting with all of that at that time, and then that's kind of a vibe I got on this EP. Was kind of that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Especially with Pink Floyd, with some of the key parts, the keys.
Yeah, I've heard it from several people, and the fun thing is that I've been listening to Pink Floyd, but the more commercial stuff like The Wall and like the most famous songs is like the last half year that I've been listening to more of their instrumental stuff. So I actually started listening to them for real after I wrote the EP, but I've heard it from a lot of people that it sounds like early Pink Floyd, and that's just a big compliment.
And then you got some of the guitar parts. There's Doorsy vibes in there. There's that lingering this, and then just let it be, and then bring it back in. So you've got a very interesting syncopation with the sounds, and where one meets the other, and then also know how to have that break in between. I know it sounds weird, but I just, when I listen, I listen, and then I go back. I'm like, okay, what the heck did he just do there? I want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like you always like really put your finger on my music. I'm so impressed every time, because I'm not that technically skilled on guitar. So I really have to do other things to make it really interesting, like with the syncopations and the breaks and stuff like that, to make it really interesting, because I can't play that fast that some really good guitarists can do.
It's not always about being fast. Everybody's got their thing. That's part of your style. Is you have a lingering style, it's like a, and that's what I was saying. The Doors and Pink Floyd had some of that, and then Pink Floyd would go off in this way, and then the Doors had this, like, it's poetic. It's like a poetic thing, but then you brought in the jazz. So This Is All It Takes. All of a sudden you have those. Here comes the keys, like bam, here it is. I'm going into jazz, and then you're like, damn, did he just do that? And then he's like, take it away from you now. Going to the next thing. You know, you know how the keys do it, and they can go totally off, like off that center. You're all balanced, you're all cozy, and then it's like, no, I'm going to push you in this direction, and it's like boom, and then it's like, okay. Nancy's looking at me like, have more champagne, Lisa.
I'm drinking a really strong beer here, so.
Yeah, good. Good. Some of my friends apparently drink weed beer, and they would dig this. But it's true.
This is actually a grapefruit beer. It's really good.
Oh, good. So I do want to play, and then for what it's worth, that's got more jazz in there too. And then you talk about it being a little bit prog rock in there, and I think prog rock goes with jazz. It's connected. That style.
Definitely, and like psychedelic as well. Some psychedelic rock and progressive rock is more or less the same, or they I don't know. I think psychedelic evolved into progressive rock.
I think so.
In many cases, yeah.
Except for then they get into this epic sound. Yet I still like there's just a balance. Like you got to have the trip out. I don't know.
Yeah.
They do both. We've interviewed so many prog rock bands. I didn't even know prog rock existed. I just never put it as, I just, knew Keith Emerson and Rick Wakeman and all that, and I didn't think, oh, that's prog rock. I didn't know that that's the name. And then we interviewed so many prog rock people, I'm like, oh, crap, it's prog rock, I better look it up. And then, you're listening to it, and it does. The music progresses through, and it changes. And half the prog rock people we've interviewed, they are like, we're changing prog rock. I'm like, good, go for it.
But music has to change.
It does. It should never stay the same.
You have to keep what you have from before, because we need our classics. We really do. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But things are going to change with the times because it's written by people.
Yeah, exactly.
So things change.
Yeah.
So as things change, so do people.
So does music. Music is a sign of the time.
Yeah. I mean,
because
totally. It's written by people.
Yeah. So, Jon, what are you toasting to today with your beer?
I should toast to my wife, because it's Mother's Day here in Sweden today.
Oh wow!
So,
well, happy Mommy's Day to your wife.
Cool.
Cheers to her.
Yeah,
well, let's get more champagne out. My gosh.
Yeah.
That's
every reason is a good reason.
Yes, every mom needs like a Mother's Day every day. I'm just saying, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And do you get a Daddy's Day in Sweden? Do you get a Father's Day?
Yeah, it's later on. I think it's during the autumn.
Oh wow.
Oh, we have that coming up in June.
Nancy was born on Mother's Day here in this country, and then this Sunday on the 12th of May was her birthday and Mother's Day.
It happens every 7 years.
Every 7 years, yeah. And then June 16th. So it's always a Sunday in June is Father's Day here.
Yeah.
So they're a month apart. I think because the men go, why
Yeah.
did you have one? I don't want to wait all the way until autumn. I want it now.
Might be. Yeah.
I want it now. No, I think it's because they barbecue outside. Do you barbecue? Do you go outside and cook food on a grill?
Yeah, that's really popular in Sweden. Actually, our barbecue broke in last year, and we need to buy a new one. But otherwise, yeah, during the summer we do it all the time.
Okay, it's like us. Like
Cool.
us over here, yeah. I just got to. I always got to figure out like how how we're united and different, at the same time between different countries. It's neat. It's cool. It's interesting. Okay, so now, Spontuneous, are you ready to play, Jon?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Hey, listen, I didn't get butt pan, but Nancy did. So
I always get butt pan.
you can get butt pan. So everyone. Spontuneous is the song game. It is like an award-winning board game, and it beat out Monopoly on Amazon last year and the year before, and it's like at the top of Amazon bestseller. So you can check it out. Go to songgame.com. I like board games. Do you play board games, Jon?
I did when I was younger, and I loved it. But like all the friends, I'm not living in the same place as the friends I did it with back then. So not so much nowadays.
Well, when your daughter gets a little bit older, it's going to happen again. It'll start all happening. The song game, Spontuneous the Song Game, is when you spontaneously bust out with the words of a song. So if you say mountain, we need to have 5 words in a song, from those lyrics. So it'd be ain't no mountain high enough, that kind of thing. Okay, so we need 5 words that connect with that. Okay, so Jon, I'm going to give you your first word. Are you ready to go first?
Yeah.
You got your beer? You're all good? You got 10 seconds. I'm going to play the little click clock. And after that, if you make it, you're fine. If not, you get butt panned because I like to play the butt pan. Okay, so here it is. Your word is beer.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a tear in my beer because I'm crying. You see it?
No, I don't know that song.
Uh-oh, Jon, I'm so sorry, but...
And now, a butt pan moment. Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
I'm sorry, Jon. You're really not a butt pan, but we had to butt pan you. But you just...
I'm okay with that. I just came up with it with a song, though.
Okay, what is it?
It's a buy me beer and whiskey 'cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think of me returning when I can. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na, Sally McLennan. It's with the Pogues.
Scottish game.
It sounds like a Celtic. Who did that? Who did that?
The Pogues.
Oh, the Pogues. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
That sounded so Scottish.
All right. Well, you can be unbutt panned. You'll get a second chance. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you've been unbutt panned. I don't have a reversal on that.
That sounds like it could hurt.
I know that could I don't want to. No, we don't want a return splash. So you get to give Nancy a word.
Okay. Wine.
Oh, you got to come up with a different. She can't. She gets wine all the time.
I just did it.
Okay.
You just did it. No, you can't. You got to give her a different one. I'm sorry. She's done that on the show today, so she can't.
Why does everybody give me that word?
Because she's a wino.
Because it's easier than champagne.
That's right.
Okay, a forest.
Forest.
Oh, he's on the forest. Oh my God. Over the woods and through the forest to Grandma's house we go.
Well, is that a song?
I learned it as a kid.
Okay.
The horse knows a way to carry the sleigh.
All right, I'll let you go.
Over the woods and through. Over the.
Okay.
I have a funny feeling about this.
Woods and through the river.
Not what?
Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go.
There's no forest.
There's no forest. Oh my gosh! Again?
God, twice in one.
Okay, I'm sorry, but we get to butt pan.
I couldn't even do it.
And now, a butt pan moment. Butt pan!
Yeah, got double butt pan today.
Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
I could have just said run for it.
I feel much better. Okay, John, you get to give me a word since you got butt panned.
I'm actually I haven't heard butt pan before, and I just read the description here on Urban Dictionary, and it doesn't sound good.
Oh no, but that's not that we made up our own butt pan. Don't read that one. That could really be uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
no,
it will be.
No,
so I will just find a word.
No, butt pan, we made it up with our friends made it up from people that drive too slow. And they call them a butt pan because they're basically skidding their butt when they're driving too slow. They're like, you know how dogs scoot on the floor?
Can I just say that the Urban Dictionary is something to avoid at all costs?
I love the Urban Dictionary. I toast to the Urban Dictionary because it's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, do not repeat that, John.
No, I won't. I won't. I think people can Google themselves.
No, look yourself up in the Urban Dictionary.
No, a butt pan is like, but we used to call politicians up and play it.
Well, they deserve it. In that case, we can take the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, right out again. Okay, but you're not feeling so comfortable now after reading that, are you?
I'm glad you took it back.
Oh my gosh, I've got the giggles now. Okay. Butt panned on a champagne Sundays, everybody. It could happen to you. Okay, so John, I'm scared. What is my word?
Okay, I would choose a word from the description here on Urban Dictionary, and it's animal.
Animal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and I know the Animals, the band The Animals, and I can't even think of you're like an animal. You are like an animal.
Is that a song?
No, I'm thinking of Neil Young and Like a Hurricane.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I'm not butt panning myself. Butt pan again? Mm-hmm. Oh boy, this is totally. Okay, everybody, this is the final butt pan.
Is there a song with, I know, animal crackers in my soup?
Oh, that's annoying.
Shirley Temple.
That's annoying.
Annoying thing. She has little puppy cheeks and she's 2 years old. She has animal crackers in my soup.
Okay, no. No, this is, no. Okay, just because.
And now, a butt pan moment. Butt pan!
Too many butt pans.
Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
Okay, because we've done so many butt pans. We get to have one more round to redeem ourselves, but we're not butt panning. There'll be no butt panning. So, yeah. Now, John, are you ready for your word? Did you have a song with animal in there? Did you know one?
No.
Okay.
There's the second part of the game. Prove yourself.
Yeah.
What is the song?
Okay. So your word is going to be a rip-off of animals. Yours is going to be tiger.
Eye of the tiger, da 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 da. I don't remember how the lyrics goes, but it's the eye of the tiger, da na na Do I really have
It's
to come
enough.
up with all
It's okay.
five?
You made
it's
it.
Enough.
It's the
yeah.
eye of the tiger. Yeah, you did it. Whew. Okay.
Oof.
I know. Good job. Good job. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't been able to take one other butt pen.
No.
Do you need relief from butt pan?
I
Call
know.
1-800.
Butt pan. Okay, so okay, so give Nancy a word, and it should go somewhere with forest, I think.
Oh, what? Stop it.
Well, I know, just a derivative, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I can find any more words in the description here that is safe for radio.
Get off the description.
Yeah, okay. Well, one here. Safe.
What?
Say that again?
Safe.
Safe. Safe.
In a song? Was it okay? You can dance if you want to. It's the safety dance.
No.
Why? You can dance if you want to. Leave one girl behind.
No.
And you're not no friend of mine. Safety dance.
No.
No.
No. Oh.
Why?
No.
Why?
Safe to dance. Dance.
So,
Everybody look at your hands.
but it's the same song.
I think it's awesome.
It's the same song. You can dance if you want to.
Listen,
but you ain't no friend of mine. Don't you be dancing next to me if you can do those awkward moves.
Listen, there's
It's safe to dance over here.
it goes with butt panning. If you're gonna do the safety dance, you must be okay. I'm not going there. Okay, Nancy, give me a word, and we gotta go and play music before we get put in the trash here.
Oh gosh. Horizon. Really, actually easy.
You did this to me before, Blue Horizon.
The words?
No. No. I went from the Blue Horizon to Hotel California. It makes no sense. I lose. I'd be butt panned again.
Beyond the Blue Horizon.
Beyond the Blue Horizon. I know, but like for some
and that's
reason.
the only words I know from that song.
Okay. So you know what it's like in our car, John, as we travel the country and play Spontuneous, right? Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's silliness, but thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so glad we got you all connected, or you got us connected. Thank you to Skype. 1-800 Skype, everybody. It seems to work.
Yeah.
It seems to do it. Everyone, we're going to play April Sun. Is that a didgeridoo in the beginning of April Sun?
Is it what?
A didgeridoo. You know the
No,
instrument didgeridoo?
Yeah. No, it's not a didgeridoo. It's like drums, upright bass, guitar, organ, and piano.
Huh. There's a sound in there that sounds like a didgeridoo to me. But anyway, it's cool. I like this. This is my favorite song on the album, April Sun, personally. I like this because it's trippy. It's cool. And it sets the tone for the whole album. So we'll play that now. And everyone, again, jonmagnusson.se. That's the best place for everybody. And with the experience, right? Then they do /experience. Is that the best way for people to get the album?
Actually, the actual experience was live during this week. So people can actually buy the physical EP if they go to my website now and follow the link there.
Okay.
But the actual experience where I gave away the EP is closed for now, and I will see if I will do another run maybe later on.
Okay. So everyone go get it. Are you going to have it where people can stream it anywhere or download it, or is it a physical one now for everyone?
Okay. Yes, I'm going to put it out for streaming in like a month or so.
Okay, awesome. So everyone, jonmagnusson.se. It's JONMAGNUSSON.SE. I can spell your name out better than I can play butt pan. Just saying.
Yeah, you're doing it very well.
Spontaneous. I love Spontuneous. It's so much fun to play.
Yeah,
So check that
fun.
out, everyone. Songgame.com. But everyone, here it is, April Sun. It's the first track off the album, and the album again is This Is All It Takes. Thanks so much for joining us, Jon. Always a pleasure and so much fun.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.
You too.
You too.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Sleep well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.